Welcome back to Trading Rolly. Happy Halloween. Happy birthday to Bitcoin. 12 years old. We are in the early adoption stage. Hit that like for me. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment. Tick the bell for notifications. All that jazz. I'm going to do a Bitcoin breakdown. We have the monthly candle close today, and it is looking bullish. Bull, bull, bull. Guys, we need to close the monthly candle, which is in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So by the time you watch this, it's probably happening. We need to close above 13,880. Current price, 13,891. What will happen? Nobody knows. All right. Remember, these are my own ideas and opinions on the market, so please do your own research. Trade at your own risk. Let's go ahead and dive into Bitcoin. This is going to be Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin today on Bitcoin's birthday. Last night, Twitter, before I went to sleep, I did a little drawing with my magic wand. You have higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. We are right around here on Twitter. And on top of that, yep, boom. So we have this downtrend on the RSI. Stokes were rising. You're seeing a turn down there. But remember, a turn down in a bullish environment is not as good of a signal as a turn up in a bullish uptrend. Anyways, I wanted to see this downtrend break. We're on the precipice. Depends how you draw your downtrend resistance. Obviously, you see that peak over there. So we could draw a different one if you want to, be bearish here. We could draw one right there as well. But we're in the process. We want to break above this in the RSI. Okay, guys? And on top of, so we're making that move. We had some resistance right here, some horizontal resistance. You could see that on the 1 hour. We're having a trouble there. You even had an attempt. This is where I started posting on Twitter last night, Trading Rolly. You made that stab, didn't get to close back down, but you were maintaining those higher lows. And we hit 14.1. We broke 2019's high. This is the highest we've traded since 2018, January probably. And guys, we're looking to break that 13,880 resistance we were talking about. You saw how we tapped out right there. Things are looking good. Let me zoom out. We're going to look at the monthly candle close happening here soon. But I just wanted to point that one out. And, the signature here was just that rounding bottom. And Bitcoin is the most bullish asset we've had in the last week. Stocks were tumbling. Altcoins suck. Hopefully the altcoins, they're lagging. Hopefully they'll catch up sometime soon. But Bitcoin, all eyes on Bitcoin. All right, so let me take these drawing tools off. Let's go out to the monthly candle close. This is big. This is big, okay? So let's take away this drawing. We don't need that anymore. We've seen what happened. I'll leave those for now. You can see the candle close December 2017 was 13,880. That was the close. The high in 2019 was 13,880. Exactly. This wick high exactly with that candle close. This is why we do the technical analysis. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, we came within $15 of 13,880. Right now, we're about to get that monthly candle close. We're at 13,888. We want to see that close on the monthly. If we get that above 880, 13,880, it will be the highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin's history. All right? That's bullish. Do we have a pullback in the next week or two? Anything is possible. But this is just a small victory. It's like a war, and you have a small victory in some battles. But if you win all the battles, you win the war. So this is something we want to see. just to feel better about our argument, right? I know anyone who's been holding Bitcoin has been just telling everyone they know, you will see. And if we can break this, the momentum is still in the bull side. I have some, if you go down to the weekly, I'm looking at the candle close there on the weekly at 16,150. And the candle close here at 18,950. Those will be the targets if we can get this close and continue on. However, we do have to remind ourselves this is the weekend. CME is closed. What about the gaps? Let's take a look at the gaps real quick. We can see we never fully closed this gap down here at 9,800. We have a little bit of a gap still here at 11,000. Price closed around 13,815 CME price. Usually a bit of premium. So this, you have to calculate the difference in price there. So if we do break out this weekend, you will have a gap there. Gaps on Bitcoin CME charts tend to fill. However, guys, that was last year. Last year, I played the gaps every weekend. Now, you know what? I think the more that Bitcoin matures, like traditional stocks, you see gaps all the time. All the gap is the CME's closed over the weekend. So wherever the price moves over the weekend, if there's a difference in price from where CME futures closed on Friday, on Monday or Sunday evening when they open up, you'll have a price gap. And I think, the meme is played out. Keep it in mind, back of the mind, but I'm not going to trade around it, okay? So anyways, CME looking like it's, looking for a breakout there. Anyways, everything looks good to me, guys. Not a whole lot has changed except for this monthly candle close will be good news for Bitcoin. So let's just do a quick little breakdown, look at our indicators, do the due diligence, hit that like for me. Happy Halloween, guys. I've been sipping the sauce. It's Saturday. Who cares, right? Middle of the pandemic. We don't even know who the president's going to be. And guys, California, you have 17 days to get your mail in. It has to be postmarked by November 3rd, but they'll give you 17 days to get counted. So, we're looking at 2.5 weeks. It could be some volatility, some chop for a week at least, unless we get a landslide victory. It's going to take some time. So we'll have to see how the markets react. This could be a place where we get a top. But I like everything I see. I like this chart better than pretty much any chart, including Apple, Facebook, Google. This one's looking good. So let me remove some of these drawings. I don't need those anymore. So our RSI is putting in an uptrend on the weekly. Your RSI Stochastic is turned up. This is good to see. Obviously, we're at that critical resistance that we've been speaking about. Bollinger Bands, clearly bullish, but you're hitting that resistance at the top. That's what we've been talking about. Moving averages, well above. So do we have to come back to meet the moving averages? Always a possibility. They don't like to get too far away. You can see even here you had to come back. But when you retested that 21 EMA, bounced. Bullish, uptrend. You could say you're looking at a little rising channel there. If you wanted to draw one, I could draw one on the spot. Boom. Boom. So, rising channels, rising wedges, they tend to break down eventually, but we don't have to. If we get some nice volume to pump through, we could just break right through that resistance, or maybe you get a little pullback and we'll see the lower time frames where exactly that would be. But, we have to keep in mind we are rising and the volume is falling. Bitcoin's volume isn't the best indicator, but the falling volume with a rising channel, this could break down and give an argument for the bears. That would be, if I wanted to be bearish, if I had to find something bearish to argue, I would say you're in a rising channel with falling volume. Typically, this would break down. But, guys, we're still going higher. So, until something changes in the trend, we have to go with the trend. The trend is your friend. And the bulls are in control right now, okay? So, moving averages we looked at. Let's go to the daily real quick. Daily, just relentless there, relentless. You can see that falling or the rising channel a little clearer there. And just overall, you're sticking a higher high, low, higher high. So even if you come down here, bounced off, higher low, it's still healthy. So if you're holding Bitcoin for the long term, this is exciting to see. Something I was thinking about, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. It'll be interesting if we do get a pullback, a large pullback, not even just somewhere safe like this, but say we come down, break below 10K again. Will Jack Dorsey square? Will MicroStrategy? Will, who else? This Powell guy, Raoul Powell. Sorry if I butchered your name. 50% allocation of their investment in Bitcoin. Will these guys jump ship? It'll be interesting to see what they say if we break down here. If. That's a big if. It'll be interesting to see if they just add more to their allocation. It's good to see the confidence of these like large companies, publicly traded companies, with 50 to $250 million worth invested. They're up. They're in the profits. So it'll be more interesting to see what they do if they go into the negative, right? Just to see. But guys, we're at that point. Your RSI, we've been saying this, getting that little bit of a bounce there, but we are overbought, and typically overbought has called, some tops. Called the top there, even though we did go sideways, but that was pretty much, the beginning of the top. You had a little bit higher, but this is, once you hit that level, it took, at least a month or two till you finally had a breakout. You hit that level here on the RSI, and we had to wait a month and then dumped, and then it took another month and a half, 2 months just to break that level. So we're at that point where a pullback wouldn't be out of the question. But we can stick with the bullish narrative as long as we're still pumping and your daily Stokes look like they can turn back up. So, guys, like I was saying right over here, cautious. If you're margin trading, I'm not shorting this, and it's a good thing I didn't because here we keep going. But I'm afraid to long when it's way up there, especially on the RSI. More favorable using leverage and margin down here on the RSI. Okay, so let's continue to look at the indicators. I know I'm talking a lot today. Who cares? I do these videos for myself as well. Bang it up against the resistance there. You have plenty of room. Your support on the Bollinger Bands, 12,450. That lines up with that horizontal, that local top there. Resistance possible flipped as support. And, same thing pretty much with the moving averages. Your yellow 21 EMA, if we do drop, it's lining up with that area, 12,500. But we're maintaining that pink 10 simple. So this is a good chart to see. Let's see what happens. About an hour away, and we're $3 above 13,880. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour just to check on what's happening this weekend. Your 4 hour is still above all of your moving averages, and you can see how you go up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The trend is continuing in the bull's favor. If you break beneath the yellow 21 EMA and then beneath your blue 50 simple on the 4 hour, the 13,300, then this little uptrend is probably over for now. It's still got a little bit of juice, and we could pump. And Sunday could be a good day. Obviously, one day there will be a pullback. Your 4-hour RSI has room to go, and we want to break that downtrend that we were speaking of earlier. Depends how you want to draw it. Let's try. So if you draw it like that, we still have resistance on the RSI. Your stochastic down, but it's not a sharp down. It looks like it could, cross back up if it wanted to. I think we got juice. I think, there's a little bit of FOMO going on. You've seen institutions trying to catch up. That's why I think it will be very interesting. If we do dump down below 10K, what will institutions do at that point? Will be interesting. But, guys, 13,800, and it's starting to take off. Like, will you want to buy at 20K, 50K? It's hard to buy now because it's expensive. Imagine if it's 20K or 50K. So it depends how you're looking at this game. And it seems like the momentum's in the Bulls' favor. And if we do break 14K with conviction, with volume, and maybe some more endorsements from large companies, and Facebook catches on, we hit 20K and Facebook starts saying, hey, do you still own Bitcoin? Maybe it's time to buy again. PayPal, Square, the future's bright. All right, 16 minutes. It feels like it's been a lifetime, guys. I've been rambling on. Thanks for joining me. I think these videos will be easier to digest if you do a Bitcoin video, you do like an altcoin video, you do a stock video. I noticed the stock video got the least amount of likes. But guys, you know what? I think it's healthy for us to look at all assets, all charts. You can learn something from all of these charts, and possibly I'll bring some stock people into crypto, adoption. Thanks for watching again. This has been Trading Rolly. Happy Halloween. Happy birthday, Bitcoin. Rolly roll.